England have lost to Spain in the finals of Euro 2024. So that dream of a major trophy once again eludes us. What went wrong? Let's speak to legendary Premier League manager and former England gaffer, Big Sam Allardyce. Sam, what went wrong?
It's quite simple, Mark. We just weren't as good as Spain on the night. I mean, I think that we all knew that Spain were the favourites by the way they played. England had scraped through a few of the games throughout the group stages, and it was too much for England tonight. A brave fight midway through the second half when Palmer scored, but we never really took the initiative after that. And in the end, Spain deserved to win. Much better than we were, unfortunately.
Do you think we played better in the semi-final, the previous game? It was a more spirited performance, wasn't it?
Yes, but you can only play as well as the opposition allow you to play, and Spain close it down from the front and squeeze in eye, as well as the talent they've got throughout the side.
Yeah,
we're shutting England off today. I mean, we really couldn't find any way through until we brought some substitutes on, the fresh legs, started playing forward better, playing in behind, and scored. I mean, Palmer again scored an absolutely wonderful goal to get us back in the game. I did think by that time we had the initiative, but then we just seemed to drop off again, sadly, and let Spain back into the game, and ultimately paid the price, which was a very good goal by Spain, to be fair.
Sam, you managed at the top level and you were England gaffer as well. The Premier League is the most watched sporting league on the planet. It's the biggest league for football. It's a multi-billion-pound industry with an enormous global audience. So when it comes to Premier League and English club football, we are world beaters, aren't we? Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea, they are global brands of football. But why do the England national team struggle to win the big trophies?
Just exactly what you say, Mark. We employ and bring more foreign players into the Premier League in England than any other country in the world.
Right.
And that blocks the way for our young talent. There is no doubt about that. But you're never going to stop that. You're never going to stop that by the fact that because it's a multi-billion-pound industry now, the foreign players, nearly all of them in the end, want to come and play in England, and that blocks up the young players that are developing. It also blocks up the academies, because the academies are now full of young players from abroad as well, as young as 16 now, going up to 18. So the limited process for an English British player is limited now. So I think we've done rather well to find the amount of talent that we have with that block, so we're not going to change that. But this England side put up a brave fight, but we obviously need to get that a little bit better. I think the squad overall is the best we've had, but the 11 tonight were not as good as Spain were.
What did you make of team selection?
I would say that I could understand it, but I think that it was crying out again for the substitutions to be earlier. I think that once we got to half time and maybe give them 10 minutes and say to the lads, look, if it doesn't get better, lads, I'm going to make 2 or 3 substitutions, because that's what turned the game again. But it came too late this time, and we couldn't then enhance that particular change. We had Spain on the back foot. We should have put maybe another sub on as quick as that and try and keep the pressure on Spain. But it didn't work this time, and it didn't work because Spain, in the end, whether we made the substitutes or not, I think they were better than we were and probably would have won the game.
Sam, you've always been very diplomatic about Gareth Southgate. I honestly wish that you had remained as gaffer. Do you think that he should consider his position now? I mean, we can't be seriously considering renewing his contract and giving him the World Cup in 2 years, can we?
I know that's up to him and the FA. I think 8 years is a long stint to be England manager. In fact, Gareth should have aged a lot more than he has with the pressure. There's no doubt about that. I'm telling you now, you're on that dugout for 8 years at international level. That takes some toll on your mind and your body. So I think he's had a fair crack of the whip. I think he'll make the decision pretty quickly. Let us say this, though. The problem we have is the managers are just like the players. We're full of foreign managers in the Premier League. Where's the next British manager or English manager to take over? And the fear for me would be that the FA would go and choose a foreign manager. And for me, for English football, English players, coaches, that would be an absolute disaster.
What is the prognosis for England in what is now the run-up to the World Cup? Can we be optimistic about taking a lot of the achievements that have been made at the Euros into the World Cup?
Well, I think that more of the younger players have actually stood out better. Mayhew, Palmer, Gordon, Watkins. So I think those lads, Gahey, centre-back, I think they've been exceptionally good. They've really stood up to the task and the pressure, but obviously this time it hasn't quite got us over the line again, and I think that's down to the quality of the team we played against, as compared to the last time we were in the final. We played a poor side in Italy and failed to beat them, and that was the biggest blow of all. When you see what Italy have done since then, they didn't qualify for the World Cup and got knocked out pretty early in this tournament. So that was probably a bigger chance than this one.
Big Sam, I always feel very privileged to have you on the show. You have managed at the top level, and thank you for your wise thoughts on England's departure from the Euros. We'll catch up soon. My thanks to Big Sam Allardyce. England have not won in the Euros. They've gone down 2-1 to Spain. A good effort. We got to the final.